Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Reskia Setia Arianto with student registration number 0701182429019 from class A Indralaya. I will answer question from the final semester exam. Number 1. What do you know about the sentence? A sentence is a group of words that convey a complete thought, typically consisting of a subject and a predicate based on function. Sentence can be declarative statement, interrogative question, imperative command, or exclamatory expression of emotion. Structurally, they can be simple one clause compound to independent clauses, complex and independent and a dependent clause, or compound complex, a combination of both. The main components are the subject, which is the focus of the sentence, and the predicate, which provides information about the subject. Common issues include fragment, end-run, or sentence. Number 2, the different simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. Simple sentence consists of only one independent clause, meaning it has one subject and one predicate, and it does not have any dependent clause. Compound sentence consists of two or more independent clauses joined by a conjunction such as and, but, or, a comma, or semicolon, and it does not contain any dependent clauses. Next, complex sentence consists of one independent clause and one or more dependent clauses connected by subordinating conjunctions such as because, although, when, if. Next, 3 examples of compound sentence. Number 1, I enjoy reading books and I also like watching movie. Next, he was tired, yet he continued working on his project. Next, we can go to the park or we can stay home and relax. Each sentence contains two independent clauses connected by coordinating conjunction like and, yet, or. Next, 3 examples of complex sentence. First, although it was raining, we decided to go for a walk. Number 2, she passed the exam because she studied every day. Number 3, I will go to the party if I finish my homework on time. Each of these sentences contain an independent clause and at least one dependent clause connected by subordinating conjunction like although, because, if. Next, mention and explain about 3 types of subordinate clause. A subordinate clause is a clause that cannot stand alone as a complete sentence because it depends on a main clause to convey a full meaning. There are 3 main types of subordinate clause. First, noun clauses, adjective clause, and adverb clause. A noun clause functions as a noun in a sentence and can act as a subject, object, or complement. This type of clause is usually introduced by conjunctions such as that, if, whether, who, and what. An adjective clause, also known as a relative clause, functions as an adjective that provides additional information or clarification about a noun or pronoun in the main clause. It is introduced by relative pronouns such as who, which, that, and where. Meanwhile, an adverb clause functions as an adverb that gives additional information about a verb, adjective, or another adverb in the sentence. Adverb clauses are typically introduced by conjunctions such as because, although, if, when, and since. Each type of subordinate clause plays an information role in providing additional information that enhances the meaning of a sentence. What is adjective clause, noun clause, adverbial clause, and give 3 examples. An adjective clause is a dependent clause that describe or give more information about a noun or pronoun in the main clause. It usually begins with a relative pronoun like who, whom, whose, which, or that. The adjective clause actually like an adjective by providing additional detail or clarification about the noun it modifies. Example of adjective clause First, the teacher who helped me with my project is very kind. The adjective clause who helped me with my project modifies the noun teacher. Number 2, the movie that we watched last night was amazing. The adjective clause that we watched last night described the noun movie. Number 3, the book which you lent me was really interesting. The adjective clause which you lent me provides more information about the noun book. Next, a noun clause is an dependent clause that functions as a noun within a sentence. It can actually as the subject, object, or complement of the main clause. Noun clause often begin with words like that: what, who, how, why, or whether. 3 examples of noun clause, like number 1, that he passed the test made everyone proud. The noun clause that he passed the test function as the object of the sentence. I don't understand why she left early. The noun clause why she left early actually as the object of the verb understand. Number 3, what they decide will affect their entire time. The noun clause what they decide serves as the subject of the sentence. And next, an adverbial clause is a dependent clause that functions as an adverb, modifying a verb, adjective, or another adverb in the main clause. It provides information about when, where, why, how, or under what conditions something happens. Adverbial clauses are introduced by subordinating conjunction like because, although, when, if, while, and since. Example of adverbial clause. First, although he was tired, he continued working. The adverbial clause although he was tired modifies the verb continued, explaining the condition under which he continued working. Number 2, she will go to the party if she finished her homework. The adverbial clause if she finished her homework modifies the verb be go, showing the condition for her going to the party. When do we use coordinate and subordinate conjunction? Coordinate conjunction and subordinate conjunction are used to be connect part of a sentence, but they have different purpose. Coordinate conjunction connects two or more independent clauses, prasa, or word that have equal importance or grammatical structure. Example of coordinated conjunction include for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. These conjunctions are used to connect ideas of equal value, such as combining independent clause or linking word or prasa. On the other hand, subordinate conjunction connect a dependent clause with and contrast or purpose. Subordinate conjunction include because, if, although, when, and since. Is pronoun reference important? Why? Pronoun reference are crucial because they ensure that communication is clear and coherent. A pronoun referent is the word or prasa a pronoun refers to, and without a clear referent, it can be difficult for the reader or listener to understand to the instant meaning, leaning to confusion or ambiguity. Pronouns help avoid repeating noun, making sentence more concise. But if the referent is unclear, it can cause confusion about what or whom that pronoun is referring to. A clear reference maintains the flow of idea, allowing the audience to easily follow the connection between concepts. Moreover, when its pronoun is reference ambiguous, it can lead to miscommunication or misunderstanding. Therefore, ensuring that pronouns have clear reference is essential for effective communication, as it prevents confusion and helps maintain logical coherence in both written and spoken language. Okay, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.